Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I
You
like to
don't?
read. I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
Yeah. I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is push the back button. That's all you gotta do. Push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much, so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
Happy Sunday morning, everybody. Welcome to our Fantasy Football Insight Show. This your boy, Coach Lee. Sunday morning, your boy still trying to wake up, but we going to fight through this together because it's football Sunday, man. But hey, man, it's Sunday morning. We're back at it like we're mad at it. It's time to run one with you guys. With that being said, he probably getting the sleep out of his eyes still. But what's up, Uncle Leroy?
Wine, what up? This your dude, Uncle Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the Junior. Kicking it on this Sunday morning, and I'm telling you, we are not about to take Sunday school prayer, man. Contrary to how Coach Lee brought us in, this is a football show. We are not about to have Sunday school. What's going on, man?
Man, can't complain. My Longhorns whipped up on Tech yesterday, so it's all good.
Nah, well, that woke you up. You're such a Texas guy, man, I tell you. But, hey, look,
All
this is
the
the
way,
Fantasy
baby.
Football Insight Live Show where we take your live questions and we answer. We give our feedback because, we are winners in our league. But, this week, I'm 0-2 in the big league, so I'm struggling. But, man, we got the questions. We're going to answer your lineup questions. If you have any, just post them in the chat. We'll respond to them. So we got them first. We have Jordan Smith. Madison or Marquise Brown? All right, I'm gonna take a quick. I'll take a stab at that one. So I've been seeing since this morning that Madison's been pretty high. He's been trending on people adding him. So he got on my radar because of that, and of course he's Madison. He's what I'm saying, he has a prominent role within his offense. Now, Marquise Brown. Who did this guy play for? What team did he play for?
That's Hollywood
Coach Lee.
Brown for the Ravens.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I got to know. We know him by his stage name. You know what I'm saying? I still call Terminator. If he wouldn't have become the governor of what I think Minnesota or wherever. But the point I'm saying is Marquise Brown, he's playing on an offense that has a quarterback that's a running back. So I would stay away from not only him, but any of those guys because they're too inconsistent. I'd rather take a flex spot or a weak flyer filler on Madison because he has a role in that offense. So I definitely take Madison over Marquise Brown. What do you think about that, Coach Lee?
I like the idea of that. The passing game for the Ravens is kind of dismal. It's hit and miss. From a flex standpoint, I'd rather touch the guy that got more opportunity with offense. That everybody's going to have the opportunity to put their hands on it. So I would say go with Madison as well.
Boy, you make me think you're a real fantasy football analyst, man. I'm telling you, CBS don't got nothing on us.
You made me feel good. You 0-2 in the big league. I'm 0-2 in the big league. So this I'm 0-2 in the big league by probably a combined 6 or 7 points, man, in both games. So I'm like, man, I gotta get the dub this week.
Facts, same here. I made a lot of lineup changes, man, because I'd be damned if I go 0-3. I'll be damned. But last week you took an L to my guy, man, Kai Robinson. Man.
Yeah. He let me know about it too. I seen your post in the moderator group, man.
Yes, sir. That's how we do it.
We have fun around here.
Yes, sir. So what we got up, we got these questions. So, feel free if y'all viewers, if y'all got any questions, line up questions, we'll answer them, post them in the chat. So what we got up first?
First, the big thing, the injury reports today.
Oh man.
So, yeah. So
I
injury
gotta talk about
reports. I'm sorry, go ahead, bro.
talk about injury report. I can't say you can't talk about injury report without talking about goddamn CMC, man. Christian McCaffrey.
Man.
He
You can't stay healthy.
Yes. And I was one of those guys that I wasted my draft pick. And not only did I waste my draft pick, I named my team after him. My whole team is McCaffreys. McCaffreys. That's my team name. So now I'm gonna have to find a whole new star player and then change my team name because this guy cannot stay healthy. But he was the number one draft pick. So I'll let me digress. I'll go back in my shell. But all right, let's talk about these injury reports.
So as far as injury reports, just a couple of notables that are out there. I'm gonna throw this 4 quarterbacks that are out there. I'm gonna throw them out there to you, and let me know which one's gonna be the biggest impact for those interested. The 4 quarterbacks in question, we got Lamar Jackson out with an illness. Carson Wentz. It says that he sprained both ankles. Tua, crack ribs, and Andy Dalton knee. And I saw that play from Dalton. How you get hurt running out of bounds, man? But I digress.
Hey, I'm telling you, I do not question stupidity after I seen Daniel Jones last season run for a touchdown, 70 yards, and trip himself. I don't question stupidity after that. I don't understand. I couldn't understand it then, and I sure as hell can't understand it now. But I mean, to answer your question, is of course Tua Tagovailoa because he's the star of that team. So he's going to have the biggest impact. Carson Wentz, he's still expected to play, if I'm not mistaken. And Andy Dalton, only Andy Dalton thought Andy Dalton was going to start this entire season. So I mean,
true, man, so true.
So, I mean, of course, this is a great opportunity for Justin Fields. I just hope he doesn't fumble the ball. That's what I hope. That's my main thing, that he doesn't fumble the ball, meaning, he gets out there and he looks like he's not ready. So I hope he took this time as being an understudy, which, from college, he's been NFL ready. He's been an NFL ready type player. So I think he'll be he'll do fine, and he'll actually win games for the Chicago Bears. But Tua Tagovailoa, he's the star of that team, for Miami. They built the team around him. They even got some players from his college days to come play with him out there. So, I mean, that's going to be the biggest impact. But guess what? I think Jacoby Brissett is about to do his thing now. Hey, here's a little fantasy insight. I'm starting Mac the second. They're tied in because – one thing's for sure, a tight end is a quarterback, especially a new quarterback, safety net. I'm starting it.
I can see that because, he came in an injury last week to cover for Tua. He went 24 for 40, 169 yards. He didn't score in a pick, but considering that it was relief duty, and this week they had a chance to game plan for him to be the starter all week, look for a rebound performance, so I can see it as well.
Yes, yeah. I think Miami is going to surprise people this week.
We shall see. So next we got running backs.
Uh-oh.
Those are the ones that usually drive the fantasy leagues. So you got Josh Jacobs with the toe, Dalvin Cook can't stay healthy with the ankle, Tevin Coleman with the Jets. He's out with an illness. Darrell Henderson, ribs for the Rams. DeAndre Swift, groin. Elijah Mitchell, shoulder. And Jermichael Hasty, ankle. So out of those, I know there's quite a bit. Who you think is going to be the biggest impact this week?
I forgot after the first person's name. I was like, she can't possibly expect me to
A lot of
keep up with that.
RBs out this week.
Yes, but I'm gonna definitely start with the one that's impacting me.
All right.
Is Daryl Henderson. Hold on.
Okay.
And that's because he's still trying to find his way in on that team. So he's still trying to find Carver's role on that team. And then he got a dog behind him, Sonny Michel. So he's leaving opportunity for Sonny Michel to come in and do what he does, because those are two similar type backs. Those are bruisers. So that's definitely going to impact some lineups, because most people who had Daryl Henderson did not go and get their safety valve, Sonny Michel. So I think that's going to be the huge impact. But I think that that's going to do is that's going to make way for the pass. So that's what I think the Rams are going to come out and do. They're going to pass the ball this week. So they got a tough matchup. So I think that actually they're going to come out and throw the ball. So that's on that one. So what was the next one? And then of course we have Dalvin. We have Dalvin Cook, and
I think the biggest one's going to be Dalvin Cook and Josh Jacobs. Cook in particularly, because whoever drafted Cook, he probably was your first round pick. And so your backup was probably average. And then your third stringer might be, a reach. So you can be hurting with him being out of your lineup this week, just due to, the draft value that he had.
Facts. Agreed. I mean, he's Dalvin Cook. I mean, he's an all-purpose back. He's not like the Derrick Henry who's going to run between the tackles. He's an all-purpose back. So, you expected a lot of points out of him. So that's definitely, something that's going to impact some lineups. So like I said, I think that's going to be a huge one. And of course, too, Las Vegas Raiders. I also got impacted by this Josh Jacobs going down. But I mean, this is the second week going down, so you pretty much prepared for it. And he really didn't have high expectations going into the ceiling. So you didn't, if you picked up Josh Jacobs before the third round, you've already lost the season. So, I don't put too much on that, because right now the Las Vegas Raiders, they're riding the coattails of their quarterback car. So, we'll see some fantasy value. But, I reached last week for Peyton Barber, because he's expected to take that lead tailback role. So that's who, I'm saying, everyone's running to Kenyon Drake, but Kenyon Drake he's only had like 5 games in total as good breakout games for fantasy football value. He's never really been good. So I laugh at the fact that everyone's going out to pick Kenyon Drake thinking he's going to go and become, be the Las Vegas Raiders. No, that's crazy. I even got someone wanted to trade me Kenyon Drake. I was like, are you serious?
I'm good, player.
Right. I was like, man, tune into our show, man. I'm not getting the Kenyon Drake, man. Definitely not on a trade. I'll give you a kicker.
Okay. Let's look at the wide receivers. So the top 4 that I see, you got Odell Beckham, you got DeAndre Hopkins, Antonio Brown, and Marquise Brown.
I think that's just old people being old. They just ended up on the, Odell Beckham, he's supposed to play.
Yeah, I don't think he held it back though from that knee injury that he's trying to recover from. So I know I actually dropped him. I had him on a couple of my teams. I dropped him. I'm like, dude, he played 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was about to bring.
What are you gonna be?
I was about to bring up that fact that you brought up about Odell Beckham. Like, oh yeah, he was not, because on these posts you said, oh, he was not fully recovered from an injury. Well, on his Instagram post, he's fully recovered. So, and I'm thinking that Odell Beckham was not playing. He was a healthy scratch because of what was going on at the time. So I don't think that him being held in those weeks prior, I don't think that was because of his injury status. I think that was because of some bullcrap status that was going on in the front office trying to pull a power move. So now with Jarvis Landry going down, that leaves way for Odell Beckham. So now you know what? I'm playing against Odell Beckham. And if that guy does not go out and have an explosive game and then request to be traded, he's a fool. He's my sleeper this week, Odell Beckham. Because
he could be a
he
sleeper
definitely
because Jarvis Landry being out.
Yep. Yep.
Nuke out.
The tight
DeAndre
end.
Hopkins is DeAndre Hopkins. He's out. It looks like. I'm sorry, he's questionable. My apologies. He's questionable, and they playing the Jags. He can feast off of them, man. And he hadn't practiced all week though.
Well, right. And seeing one thing right now with this 13 games and what they're doing this, 13 games with these 17 games. So they're giving teams until Friday to tell them their injury status. So if a player, if he didn't practice or do anything on Friday, more than likely he's going to be out. So, they practice it on a limited basis. That's a stroke and a step in the right direction. But if they didn't practice on Fridays, then you can pretty much get ready to pull them out your lineup.
That's true. Antonio Brown out on, the COVID protocol. So he's definitely out for today. So not too much you can do with that one. And then back to the question we had earlier, as far as the Marquise Brown question, ankle. So he's questionable for today as well. Favorable matchup going up against the Lions. The whole thing about it was he was able to practice, but it was on a limited basis. So he's going to
so he's pretty going to play. So he's going to more than likely play.
He's going to at least try it, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, because just going the way the way the NFL was explained, they don't practice. If they practice in any type of capacity, they're leaning towards the play. Like you said, it'll be a game time decision, but I wouldn't go starting to freak out, trying to get a waiver wire because the possibility of Marquise Brown not playing.
I can see that.
But I mean,
definitely see that.
But I mean, if you got Marquise Brown on your team and you're considering starting him, I want to be in your league because I'm pretty sure I'll come and win it.
I can definitely see that. But hey, man, we're going to take our first break before we get on to our next section. So we'll be back in about 15, 20. See you shortly.
Wow.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's cornerback Delvin Breaux here from your favorite team, New Orleans Saints. I just want to go ahead on and give a shout out to STWF Media for allowing me to come on and talk about my testimony, my story, and also talk fantasy football. I just want to say thank you, man, for the honor. I appreciate you, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in tonight at 7:30 Central Time. Bro Show out.
What's up?
Yeah, Sunday. I see y'all spicing it up, man.
Oh my gosh.
The word.
My stomach hurting on this break. Oh my gosh. We done picked up the riffraff?
Yeah. Penny out still. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. It's been a rough morning, man. It's been a rough morning, fellas. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm totally saddened right now, you know what I'm saying, at some events that may have occurred. But we'll overcome, you know what I'm saying? It's football Sunday, it's crazy.
Do I need to sing the song We Shall Overcome? I mean, we're gonna get there. Yes, I like this energy. We're gonna get it. But what you're gonna get on this Sunday is this L. That's what's about to happen. And then Monday, you're gonna get an L, the Dallas Cowboys.
Hold on. So you're telling me, I mean, this is the best. These be the best games of the week. When your defense comes strong early. That'll happen. When your defense comes strong early and you look at your team and only your defense has played so far, it's trouble. And I just made a little change to my lineup today. I'm looking for the we haven't got the baking soda yet. We about to get the baking soda today. Trust me. The baking soda was fake in week 1 and 2. I was just giving y'all a soft sample. I'm about to give y'all some of that rah. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad for whoever I'm playing today.
Oh, bro.
Gonna be a lot of double dips today. I got Kansas City against the Chargers. That should be a nice, scoreful game. You know, Bacon Soda and Odell's about to go ham. Odell definitely getting a touchdown today. Put that in your sports books. Bet for Odell to score a touchdown today. He's definitely gonna score one in his return. Fact.
Hey, but watch this. But you got Higgins in your lineup, and he's out.
Hey, guess who's about to be inserted back in the lineup?
Oh, so right now, Coach Lee, he's playing last year's. He's playing Bayou Boys Lando. He's on the team, so he's playing last year's champion. So
okay.
You hold on. You told me that? You should never told me that, bro.
Wait, and you actually have two players that can play. Talk about so you have 23 points with Carolina defense scoring 20, and the defensive player scoring 3 points.
Yep, that's all you needed. Combined total of 23. I'll take that to the bank all day.
You predicted to lose, though.
I'm always predicted to lose, ain't I? Ain't I? First 2 weeks I was predicted to lose both times, and guess what happened? The bacon store starts turning around 3 o'clock. You know, when people are going into those 4 o'clock games, and then that guy can't even see the light for the rest of the day, he's playing catch-up. So for the defending champion, I like playing against champions. I like playing against undefeated people. And that's just me. I'm just a competitor. So hopefully it's a great show out today for yourself, but I'm here to prove something. I ain't no rookie. Keep telling y'all.
All right, well, we're going to see.
Let's get it.
We're going to see. So right now, we got what's up next? What we got up? Is it the start 'em, sit 'em, start 'em?
Start 'em, sit 'em. Start 'em, sit 'em, however you want to roll with it. So, according to CBS, the start of the week is Tyson Williams, the running back for the Ravens. Y'all buying that?
I'll take the chance on him. I mean, Lamar's he hobbled still with the hip? It's gonna be a lot of interchange. That running game's gonna have to come show up today, especially if Lamar's legs are not gonna be, where they're at today. Let's see what they do with him. He's an athlete, so he's gonna come and compete anyway. But I would start him.
So wait, did I hear you say someone said to start the running back in Baltimore? Did you say that?
Yeah, according to
CBS.
He's the starter.
The only running back in Baltimore is Lamar Jackson. You should be trying to find a quarterback. That's all I'm saying. You start nothing with the prefix, the ending, the suffix of RB in Baltimore and expect high expectations out of them. The only thing you start with high expectations is the QB/RB. He's not my start of the week. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he showed flashes and let's get it. The only reason why he's the start of the week and has all these high expectations is because he's running behind Lamar Jackson.
And we just seen Aaron Jones. We just seen Aaron Jones run for he had 4 touchdowns against that Lions defense. So that's definitely a up. And I agree with you on why CBS has, Williams, as a starter. Maybe they're trying to think of that recipe in Lamar's injury to build with that. And this may be a game for the Ravens to, work on that running game somewhat.
Yeah, okay, now let's talk about what we're talking about. So, Aaron, to your point, Aaron Jones had 4 touchdowns after the Green Bay Packers was throwing the ball all up and down the field. The Detroit Lions can pass the ball. They can pass the ball. So they're gonna throw the ball and they're gonna run the numbers up. That's one thing the Baltimore Ravens can't do. They don't have that ability to run the numbers up like that. We have yet to see it. Yeah. And if you think exactly, and if you think starting this guy the start of the week, they also let me name this guy. What is Latavius Murray? Because he's going to be taking those goal line touches. Yes, he's going to be tapping in. So, yes, I mean, that whole entire situation, I will stay away from it. If it's not Lamar Jackson, running back / quarterback, I am staying away from it. And if anything else, I'll pull him as a flex.
Okay. So I got a couple of names here of, just actual stardoms. let me know which one stands out to you guys. Jalen Hurts against Dallas. Stafford against Tampa Bay. Kirk Cousins against Seattle. Daniel Jones against Atlanta. Or Tannehill against Indy. Who would you roll with in that? Hurts, Stafford, Cousins, Jones, or Tannehill?
All right, so let me say this. I'll tell you the one that I would definitely stay away from if I had to. If I'm in I'm in a couple 2 QB leagues, but in a standard 1 quarterback league, I would definitely stay away from Ryan Tannehill because he's still trying to figure out that offense. I told y'all going into the season that front office, them having Julio Jones is gonna change their recipe for success. As we watched it, he's still trying to pick up his momentum. Kirk Cousins, that guy's been a stud. He's another guy that I drafted, named my team dad. I'm kissing Cousins. I'm starting him every week because one thing I've had kissing Cousins throughout some years, when you think he's not going to perform well, he goes out and does it.
Yeah. He's so freaking sketchy. He either going to bomb or he going to win.
Right, exactly. Now, the only thing with that is with them having issues with their running back, they're going to lean more on him. So, and that point, and that can lead to bad decisions. So that's one, that's a situation I would temper my expectation. Now, mind you, who's my number one, who I would actually go with, to your question, Jalen Hurts against, of course, the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
For 2 reasons. One, it's a rivalry game. Second, it's kind of 2 things, rivalry game, and it's on a Monday game, and it's a debut for Jalen Hurts. And then, hey, you got to like the swag of a coach who comes on doing an interview with a shirt, with a beat Dallas shirt. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it.
He gonna get sent packing.
So if out of those guys, I roll with Jalen Hurts. Who you got, to?
If I had to go based on this upside and basically like this is a given to you, and you got to kind of figure it out. Daniel Jones against the Falcons. I mean, what can we say about the Falcons defense in the first 2 weeks? You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts, a guy that people are still talking about debates as a QB. He lit him up. We ain't gonna say nothing about Tom Brady. That was gonna be a light up regardless. Daniel Jones this week has a chance to not only put the Giants in the win column, but he has a chance against an offense that's a defense that's gonna give you points. They're gonna give you points. They're gonna give them to you. So Hurts is a good pickup against Dallas, just because of the rivalry aspect. But I think the way Philly is approaching this game is all wrong. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody follows the divisional game between the Cowboys and Philly, we're gonna mop them on Monday. But y'all see that tomorrow. I would go Daniel Jones. This on a sleeper. I'll go sleeper and I'll go Daniel Jones against Atlanta.
Ooh, that I had Daniel Jones starting in I got Daniel Jones starting in a couple leagues too, because that's a good call out. I like that. But they're actually having issues with Galladay, so one of the receivers, but he might not play. He's a little hobbled, but yeah, Daniel Jones a confident play.
Absolutely. I would like to see Galladay play through that today. And kind of for me, sometimes when a play like that goes through some stuff, I feel like the next week, he gives it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like they're gonna get something for him to get in the end zone potentially if he does play today. We know he's hobbled all the time.
Okay, hold on. We got 2 questions. So we got EJ Clee. He's let's get his comment up there. So Fields or Carr?
Fields or Carr?
Who's gonna take a first shot at that? Who you got? I'm gonna let you take that too. What do you think about that?
Fields or Carr? You got Carr playing Miami. You got Fields against the Browns. I'm gonna go Carr. And it's not even for the numbers. It's not even for the numbers, honestly. It's just that we talked about a few weeks ago, and everybody did, in regards to Fields going on the field and playing against the Rams and Aaron Donald. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna look today going with Jadeveon Clowney and Myles Garrett over there. I mean, he should have some flashes. I expect him to have some flashes, but overall, I'm gonna go Carr.
Agree, because one thing, this is his debut, so they want him to be successful. So he's not going to have the full playbook. And Matt Nagy said it in the beginning. That's the reason why he didn't deem him the starter, because he didn't know the playbook well enough to make, you know what I'm saying, to let, for him to make them successful to win. So I think that's going to be that's going to be on display today. They're going to have a watered down playbook, and they're going to just give him plays where he's going to be successful. And let's not overlook the fact that the Browns have a strong defense. So, David Carr.
That's true. That's the deciding factor for me.
Right. Agreed. And, so I think, you might see a running touchdown because when we seen him, Matt Nagy put Justin on the field before, it was like little gadget play. So I think that's what they're going to do to make him successful and do some dump offs. So, I would definitely stay away from those wide receivers at Chicago because I think it's going to be a short yardage game. It's going to be a ground and pound dogfight. But, yeah, I would definitely start Carr because he's going to throw it. And he's had success.
Okay. Got another.
What do you think about that, Coach Lee?
Hey, I think at the end of the day, I can only go with your analysis, man. It's just simple as that.
All right, so what we got up? We got Big Perm. Okay, Big Perm, 33.
He say start Baltimore, Arizona's defense.
Man, I like defense, but I'm a pretty offensive type of guy. I want to run the numbers up on you. So, Coach Lee, what do you think about that one?
First off, you got Baltimore facing the Lions. I'm still trying to figure Detroit out. They put up a lot of yards so far and a lot of points. They ain't, obviously getting the dub, but that's neither here nor there in fantasy football. But they're they're putting up a lot of yards. I'm kind of leaning towards Arizona. What do y'all think?
I'm kind of leaning that way. I'm kind of leaning that way too. And honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with this game right here. And y'all might laugh at me. And everybody might laugh at me for this take. The Lions got a chance to win this goddamn game today.
They do.
And as sad as it is, I've been contemplating for the last 4 hours rather than put them on a single slip today to cash out on a dub. So
and keep in mind the Cardinals facing Jacksonville.
And with that being said, we will get Trevor Lawrence's a good game from him soon, but it won't be against that Arizona defense today, man. It's going to be somewhat in October. September's been a bad month for Trevor. I mean, he's going to get through the month, with bad stats, but he's on a bad team. Baltimore, I'm still iffy too about Detroit. Who are they? We've seen them being able to put up points, 1 week in garbage time, against Green Bay. They were able to put points up early, but then there was a stall. We know there's going to be a stall today, but how much can the Ravens offense put up? And I think the Lions are going to stay in this game today.
Wow. All right. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, we got some great analogies. I like that. And I just want to throw this out there. Arizona Cardinals 2-0. Jacksonville Jaguars 0-2. You know what I'm saying? Like that says it right there. Because and one thing that I like about the Arizona Cardinals, because with me, everything I do with fantasy football is about production of touchdowns, turnovers, and points. I don't care if my defense shuts. You know what I'm saying? Like if in our league we give points for a shutout. If your league doesn't give points for a shutout, who cares if my team shuts your league? If my defense only gets you 0 points but don't turn any turnovers, we're not getting any points. The Arizona Cardinals, their entire defense has turnovers. Chandler is playing like a monster. You know what I'm saying? He wants a contract. He wants a long-term deal. Sign that man up, man. Like their opportunistic defense definitely want to take the Cardinals. And on one thing that you can expect from a Jacksonville team, they're going to cause turnover. And from a rookie quarterback, guess what? He's going to make erratic decisions. So you're going to blitz him, and he's going to cause turnover. Arizona defense easy.
Okay. Big Perry, hopefully that answered your question. Roll with Arizona, man.
Roll with them
Let's see. Next we have, as far as the sit-em portion of it, we have Trevor Lawrence, Jameis, Big Ben, Baker Mayfield, and Jared Goff.
Who's the second one?
Don't say Baker Mayfield because Tua's playing Baker Mayfield.
Who said Who said? No. I'm
He's in your starting lineup.
I mean, he's in my starting lineup right now. But still gonna be making so. But who's the second person you named?
Famous Jameis.
Trevor.
Can I talk about this first? I'm rooting for you today. I'm rooting for you
today. Far away, man.
I'm rooting for the Saints today. I'm not even rooting for Jameis to have the craziest game, but I'm rooting for them to win. So I'm hoping for Jameis to just be smart. So I'm gonna unsit him and put him in. I like Jameis today against the Pats. I like Jameis today against the Patriots.
Ooh. That's a high sports opinion there, boy.
I guess you like Brussels sprouts too. I guess you like sugar in your grits. I mean, like, I guess you like what the hell? You expect Jameis to be smart? And no. No.
I expect him to.
Damn.
I expect him to not be Zach Wilson. I expect him to put some balls in the end zone. Mac Jones, for how he's been playing, they've been putting him under the blanket. He is still undercover. He has last week against the Jets team, he did not get a touchdown in the end zone. So you're telling me that Mac Jones against the Saints defense this week that's bringing back the starters from last week that were hurt? Come on. I got to lean Jameis. I got to lean
This is what you started it off. Okay, now let's talk about what's in front of us. What Jameis did last week, he was in midseason funk, caused turnovers. What Jameis is known for, losing games, causing turnovers. And if we expect, like, you know, if he was a donkey over there, he'll be a donkey over here. I don't see no big change. And what's going to be a big difference is that, you know, Sam Darnold, he's a game manager. Guess what's this week? They're playing a game manager. Mac Jones, he's a game manager. They won't make those mistakes.
Yeah,
yes, they're going to expect Jameis to make those mistakes. They won't. Their defense is going to score because they're opportunistic. Every time Jameis throws an interception, it's going to be a turnover for a touchdown.
But
that I can guarantee you.
You don't think that the Saints defense. So you're saying the Saints defense today is going to basically just be a bleed, and Mac Jones is going to be able to operate with how he's been doing. I don't think so. I'm going to respect that Saints defense a little bit more. I'm thinking they're going to make him put the pressure out today. I think so.
The defense is the offense. They're going to cause turmoil on the sideline because, you know, every time the offense goes out there, they're going to get a turnover. They're going to do a turnover on down. They're going to get a turnover. When the defense go out there, they're going to have a stop. They're going to get tired of being out there. They're going to go talk to James, and they're going to get James' head, and that's where Big Play Tay going to come out there. But
there's the ulterior motive.
I'm gonna unseat Jameis, man. Just because I don't like the Patriots, man, and I need them to lose today.
I told you at the beginning, you know, once you came onto the show, I knew, you know, I told you believed in the Easter Bunny, the Santa Claus. I mean, you can tell. I mean, because if you expect Jameis Winston to be smart, that's, you know, wishing upon a star right there. He's not going to be smart. What we can't expect him to do is throw the ball and be talented. That's it. And that's what everyone was talking about with Taysom Hill. Oh, he's a better quarterback. No, Taysom Hill make better decisions than him. That's my point. I'm not knocking his quarterback ability, but I can guarantee you we're going to see one interception, two possible almost, you know, pass deflections, almost possible interceptions from Jameis Winston. You can't get around that.
So I'm probably gonna say for me, out of them sleepers, I think should be down there. Like I say, Jared Goff, think he'll have a good game. Mayfield, think he'll have a good game. Ben, he's still hurt, but he's playing Cincinnati. Trevor, definitely gonna get beat up by Arizona. But I'm kind of with you, though. I think Jameis might do a little bit better than anticipated. Not because I'm trying to go against you, Uncle Leroy, but just the matchup. Now, people been telling us, it's a different Jameis. Sean Payton coaching them up. This is going to be the game to see. One thing that I will say, if he come out there and he look like he did last week, look like the same old Jameis, it's going to be a long season, man.
It's gonna be a long one.
It's
Absolutely.
gonna be a long season. But that's all right. I'm gonna love it. All right.
Big play
Lee, I'm
tape.
keep talking.
Nah. So is Big Ben playing? Because I thought
Nah, Big Ben's gonna play.
Yeah.
And this is the
torn
stat.
pec or something, right?
Right. This is a pectoral. Yeah, it's something with his pectoral that's they said it doesn't help him prepare. Pause on that for a second.
right.
Pittsburgh is they're falling into the Ben Roethlisberger trap again. They're falling
Yes,
into it. And the
did it
older
last
that
year.
he gets, the riskier it's gonna be for Pittsburgh. This guy is willing to end his career on an injury on the field, and that looks like what's probably gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Ben
going to
today
end up
takes a
carrying
shot.
him off the field.
If Ben today takes a shot, man, listen, they should have said today, we're going to play Rudolph today, or we're going to play Haskell, whoever you got in your lineup. He should have been sitting out today. He's again playing the psyche with the Pittsburgh Steelers organization, and Pittsburgh's letting it ride. That's crazy. When you have a team like they have, you can't do that. Can't do that.
Right. And their number one receiver, Deontay Johnson, is out too.
He's out. Yep, he's out. He got hurt the last play of the Bills game last week.
Yeah, so
it wasn't
that
injury
whole
during the week. He got hurt at the last play. Yep, I got you in a second. Last play of the Buffalo game last Sunday, as the cameras were rolling off, Deontay Johnson was on the sidelines, grimacing an injury.
Oh, ouch. So yeah, I don't know now. I think so. Who we got out that list? Baker Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield is gonna have a better game.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's that's what I think, because he's primed to it. He got Odell Beckham back. It's gonna be like getting the band back together. So I think that's gonna be an explosive blowout. But that'll be my sleeper, because like I said, my sleeper receiver is Odell Beckham. So of course, got to be the receiver. I mean, the quarterback.
You say your sleeper receiver is OBJ?
Mm-hmm. For the week.
Okay.
And so that's why I'm riding with his quarterback, Baker Mayfield.
I can definitely see that. We'll see,
riding
man.
with the soda, baby. He riding with the soda, baby. Yeah.
See that's why I was trying to talk him. I was trying to talk Baker Mayfield out your lineup.
Honestly, no. I this morning I was looking and I seen it was either him or Wentz, and I'm sitting here like, and Wentz got two. We're gonna call him two Wentz ankles today, because both his ankles are messed up today. So I do not even know what to expect from him. We can name all these quarterbacks today in the NFL. He's the most questionable QB today, because how bad are those ankles? I don't know.
I mean, you can expect check down because of ankles. Nyheim Hines is going to be heavily involved in the game, and they're going to be a run. They're going to be a run game, because both sides are favor the run. They're playing against Derrick Henry. You haven't heard anything from him all season, so I'm thinking he's going to have a good game. The running back for the Colts,
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor, Nyheim Hines.
A lot of good games early on the slate, man. So y'all definitely get y'all picks in, man. Don't wait till late. Get it done.
Uh-oh.
Nah,
you rhyming. Get it done, son.
Get it done.
So let's see. We got real quick. Y'all want to hit the running back starter and sit him?
I thought we did. We did something with the running backs, but we can always touch on the running backs because that was the injury.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so for the starting for running backs, you got Saquon Barkley, Damian Harris, Chase Edmonds, Miles Sanders.
Ooh, that's damn.
And Myles Gaskin with Miami.
Mm-hmm.
That is tough. Who was the first one you named?
The first one was Saquon Barkley. Against Atlanta.
Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley there.
I can
I'll tell
definitely
you
see
why.
that.
Atlanta's gonna give the Giants so many predicted opportunities.
Atlanta's
today.
terrible, man.
Because the Giants as a team can't prove that they're worthy. So either Daniel Jones or Saquon has to eat. Both of them can eat today. It's time.
You know, I'm sticking up for my, I know that's cute, y'all NFC East people, but I'm sticking up for my NFC South. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to upset here. Because we know Punk Beach. You know what I'm saying? We know Punk Beach in the NFC South. So
you're going Falcons over Giants today?
Hey, what I am going is Saquon Barkley would not have these numbers because Atlanta can pass. They got some stud wide receivers and they have some running back like Cordell Patterson, who's a running back / wide receiver. I think they got something up their sleeves. So I think we should temper our expectations. I don't see Saquon Barkley having that big game because they're gonna start passing the game. They're gonna start passing the ball.
Man,
so
the Falcons are terrible, bro.
Hey, I understand that. I understand.
If there's a point like this, the Falcons don't win today, they may be in danger of going 0-16.
Yeah, real talk.
They're gonna get beat up in the division. They're probably playing the worst NFC East team in the Giants, so they still got to play the other three. Falcons look bad, man, and it's kind of depressing, considering they've been as good as long as they have. But I digress.
Hey, I agree. Now, the Falcons have looked bad. Now why? Because they haven't gotten it together. That's all I'm saying. What's going to happen? Just like with my fantasy football team, I'm 0-2. Everyone look at you 0-2. Hey, that's because last week I started Andy Dalton got hurt. You know what I'm saying? A week before that, I had other things. But what's going to happen when my team comes together? And that's what I'm waiting for here because, the defense is trash. I ain't talking about defense, but they do have a pretty good offense. That's all I'm talking about. Like I always say, I'm an offensive guy. I'm throwing shots. They have the ability to score touchdowns. That's what I look at here. You know what I'm saying? Like they have Saquon Barkley. Yes, great. They have a great running back. All right, how you beat a great running back? Running up the scoreboard on him. We scored 2 touchdowns to his 1. Now they're going to have to throw the ball. Now they're playing exactly. Now they're playing one dimension because on the other side of that, the Giants doesn't have a good defense. They doesn't have a great offensive line. So I mean, they're suspect too. So that's all I'm saying because one, I am not confident in Daniel Jones. This is the same guy that was running a 70-yard fucking scamper and tripped himself and fumbled the ball. I have never, I've seen one stupid play like that, and that was about of course, he was Tony Romo, when he caught the sorry, but yeah, I have no
before the joke punchline came.
He loved Tony Romo. He loved Tony Romo.
I do like Tony Romo.
Thank you.
I mean,
we got it.
But yeah, we got a question. So we got here.
Got a question from Jesse. Yes, CEH, Damien Harris, or James White in the PPR.
I'm gonna be real with you today. And we talk about Mac and being under the covers. I gotta go James White in the situation. You gotta go to veteranship. If you're gonna beat the Saints today, you're gonna beat it with veterans. And James White's on that list for me. I don't believe in Hilaire because I don't believe in the Chiefs wanting to run the ball like that. They say they want to, but they really don't want to. They're not comfortable. They know at some point they're gonna probably be changing their running back because that's the way their offense predicates on. They don't really keep running backs a long time.
They don't.
They have good value for a little bit, and then here comes another one. Damian Harris, for Patriots' sakes too, but I'm gonna go James White.
All right. Now, far with CEH, you should be ready to trade him. Like, he's not that guy anymore. So he's not that guy.
Year.
Exactly. And they got other guys, Damian. They got other guys ready and fully capable of taking his spot. So with James White, I was one of the few people who started him last week because I knew how the game was going. You know what I'm saying? So I started him last week. And so he was on the field at least 50% of the game. So, I mean, you got to look like, and he factored into their play scheme. So for me, James White, like you said, James White, he's been there. He's carved out his role in this offense. Now, Damien Harris, they're saying start him because they're going to be able to, they're going to be able to run the ball against the Saints. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be able to run the ball. But in the PPR, James White has higher value than some receivers in any PPR league dating years back. So I'm fully confident in James White in the PPR. So, Damien Harris, he's just going to get handoffs. James White, he has the potential to get handoffs, and we know he's going to get at least 6 touches and six throws and about 7. Right, exactly, about 7 looks. So, yeah, I definitely think James White's the smarter player in that one, or better player.
Okay. Over to answer your question, Mr. Jesse.
I got a personal one for y'all. A little pick and choose. Kyle Pitts gets the Giants or Jalen Reagor at Dallas.
I take that. I've been high on Pitts since the draft. I told you that when we had this. We had the draft question. I'm high on Pitts. And last week, he actually started to get his footing. He's looked good in the offense, and that's why I'm feeling confident about the offense is going to look decent this week. And guess who's coming back of injury for New York Giants? Their tight end, Evan Ingram. So that boy Kyle Pitts is a dog. He's a competitor, so he's going to want to be the best. He automatically think he's the best receiver on the field, so he's going to want to go out there and show that he's the best tight end on the field. So Evan Ingram's going to push him. So I definitely think I'm going to go Kyle Pitts.
All right. Because like I said, you said something a few minutes ago talking about, being 0-2 in the league and, kind of, knowing that the season's not over yet. You're kind of laughing at yourself like, But I'm in a situation too. You know what I'm saying? In my main league, I'm 0-2. But I look at my roster like there's no changes accessible to be made. I just lost the first 2 games of the season. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at myself like, my team's good enough. We just, haven't hit the stride yet. Once that stride hits,
it's over.
It will click.
Hey, I'm a horse bettor. I love horse racing. And in horse racing, they say a slow start is a fast finish. Period.
Hey, it's the worst when they
fast start is a slow start.
Worst when they poke the bed. Being 0-2 and then somebody poking the bed. Like my opponent in this league did this week. He poked in the bed. He poked it. I said, you've been playing with me for 9 years, bro. Never to poke the bed. Every time you poke the bed, it goes bad. But,
Well, I'm an 80s baby, and it was cool to poke the Care Bears because you poke the Care Bears. It turned on their powers. It depends on what kind of bear. They might think
talking about Care Bears on Sunday football morning.
I'm talking about the Care Bears steroids. I'm talking about the baseball steroids. Them Care Bears on them baseball steroids.
So for the sleepers for running back, Mike Davis, Tony Pollard,
Atlanta,
Kenyon Drake, Javonte Williams.
Mike Davis, Tony Pollard, because I've been saying I made a poll in the group. Which is the better running back in Dallas? And just like Jerry Jones felt the same way when he was asked this question. He was like, Zeke who? I digress. So Tony Pollard. I've already spoke on Kenyon Drake. He's namesake. So if y'all got Kenyon Drake, definitely see if you can get a trade on him because they got Peyton Barber. Peyton Barber is a bruiser. He's had the lead role for a while. So Peyton Barber and Javonte Williams. I'm starting him. He's running the ball with Melvin Gordon, and they're playing the Jets. Right, exactly. So and if Melvin Gordon, Melvin Gordon has big playability, so he's going to get and run big yardage. So he's going to need time. So I'm saying that they're going to have a good timeshare. It won't be whereas Melvin Gordon's on a field 90% of the time, and he's only getting 10. So, I mean, they're definitely going to have a good time share there, and they're playing the Jets. So they're going to be able to control the clock, control the ball, and do whatever it is they want to do to the Jets. So I like those sleepers this week, but I want to add to that. The backup out there in, is a Philly thing again. The backup out there for Kenneth Gainwell. He's a running back. He's a backup for Miles Sanders. So y'all definitely check him out. He's a sleeper too. So he's been on my radar. I picked him up a couple weeks ago because Miles Sanders, he's like my people tell me, he's too light in the ass. So he's going to get hurt. So he's going to need time sharing. Gainwell has carved himself out a good role in that offense.
See, we got
another question
here. Pick 2 flex, 1 Lockett, Thielen, AJ Brown, or Sutton in the PPR. That's from Jesse Torres again.
Wait, if he's asking flex Lockett, oh my gosh! I'm like, I don't want to pay your league. I done already lost. Like, this dude team must be stacked. He must be in a 10-man league because how are you flexing Lockett, Thielen, AJ Brown? Yeah, how many people in your league? I'm curious
8.
to know that.
Got to be at least 8.
that's a stacked team.
Lockett,
yes, come on.
That's crazy.
Yeah, at a flex spot. So if he had flex, that means he might have Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill. Yeah, he's stacked. But out of that lineup, I just stop at Lockett.
Yeah,
You know,
I stop at Lockett too.
Stop at Lockett. Honest, the Seahawks play the Vikings today, correct?
yes, and they're gonna throw. They're gonna have to put up numbers.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
Minnesota can be beat deep. So that's Lockett's alley. So definitely Lockett. Yeah, I like Lockett. You can't go after that. I mean,
Lockett's a lot.
right. So
the other one, it's tough.
Think
It's
Thiel's on
tough.
the decline.
It's tough, but I would have said no bull. I would have went Thielen out the top because that's why I asked the question. But like Kirk might want to go to Justin Jefferson today. Who fucking knows? Like Kirk's funny like that. No, like that's why
Thielen's he's the number one, so he's going to get the number one coverage. That's why I was saying in our fantasy football shows before, where I'll be like, I go after the number 2s. Everyone wants these number 1s. The number 1s get number 1 attention. So that's why Metcalf is he hadn't exploded yet. That's why Lockett's going off. Thielen, we thinking he's on a decline. Nah, he's clamped up because now he's the number 1 guy. So, yeah,
thinking,
like
though,
AJ Brown. Go finish.
He may get the touches today. Speaking of Thielen, just because of the status with Cook, because Cook plays a big part in the passing game as well.
And they got Mattison. That's who's the thing. They got Mattison. Now, I agree with you on that. Now, but yeah, Thielen, he is a short route guy. So I agree with you on that. Lockett, he's a big punch guy, and Sutton, he's Teddy Bridgewater, deep threat. So those like that. That's what makes it kind of difficult for me because what does he? I like scores. I like touchdowns. So if he's one of if they're in a full point PPR league, a guy getting 12 targets and 10 receptions, it'll be just as good as Lockett getting 2 70-yard passes. So, I guess you got to pick your poison, your preference.
I can see Lockett being a feast of famine. Either going to get you the home run hits or you're not going to hear from him. So I can see, the dilemma between him and Thielen.
Right. So, yeah, and that's always been Lockett's role. He's, like you say, feast of famine, So out of that, and Lockett and Sutton are 2 of the same players. A.J. Brown, he's the one that needs to be watched. We need to watch him because he's
been
Houdini
still, so far, though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So he's due a big game.
So ultimately, who you roll with? Thielen, y'all saying?
No, I mean because I'm rolling with Lockett, but I'm rolling with Lockett. Well, yeah, I guess I'll go with. I'm going with AJ Brown.
It says pick 2, flex 1. Yeah, so I'll take. I would honestly I would take, and there's no disrespect to Teddy, but really disrespect to Teddy. I would just go take Sutton off.
Yeah, because I mean Sutton, he's big. You know, like Sutton, that's an easy one to take off. Like, yeah, he shouldn't be there.
Tim Patrick.
Yeah, now, because you know Tim Patrick, he's a better route runner. You know, Sutton's game is deep.
Two ankles is playing. Carson Wentz, 2 ankles is playing. Just official. He's playing. So 2 ankle Wentz is about to show
lose his job again. At the end of the season, he gonna be put together by thread. His arm's gonna be hanging off. His ankle's gonna be raggedy. He gonna put it out on the field this year. He don't want to lose that starting spot again.
Facts.
Say what we say.
Oh man.
Sorry, I meant to start 2 or receive flex. I think we got that right.
Oh no, okay. He got pick 2, flex 1. Oh, all right, cool. Well, yeah, you pretty stacked there. Okay, well, shit, start 2, Lockett, Thielen, AJ Brown. That's what I do.
Yeah.
What's y'all 2?
I agree with that. Lockett, Thielen, AJ Brown.
Yeah, that's a good lineup right there. Lockett, Thielen, AJ Brown. But see, that's one thing.
More than that Vikings and Seahawks game.
Yeah, see, that's one thing. Like that's one thing that's difficult is that I try to gauge having all my players in one game because it's like, man, talking about putting all your eggs in one basket, and I'll be pissed off.
Yeah, that's always a dangerous thing, man. Because if one side gets shut out, you just leaving points, probably sitting on the bench with somebody.
Right, and that's how you get on the bad call of the week by doing stuff like that.
Absolutely, don't be on the bad call of the week, everybody.
Facts. I gotta get ready to go.
Last part,
finish
wide receivers start and sit them. Start.
Okay.
Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, Cortland Sutton, Mike Williams, or Robert Woods.
I'm faced with that dilemma with Robert Woods now.
I'm gonna go me. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna go Mike Williams. I'm gonna go Mike Williams.
There for a minute, y'all. I just got the notification that D Hop has been listed as healthy.
Let's be real. Let me be real right now.
Yeah, you knew that.
We talk about the Kansas City Chiefs, but we see them in the first few weeks. The Cleveland Browns was able to move up the field on them with the new receivers that they're trying to acclimate into their offense. Same basically with the Ravens. So what the hell do we think the Chargers experienced receivers are going to do? I would hope for a big day from Keenan and Mike and those guys over there. Because that defense over there has not moved. They cannot stop a nosebleed. So we know it's going to be a scoring game. Justin Herbert, unlike last week, will be much better this week. I like them Chargers Chiefs games. I really love them. I love them. Because you know that you're going to get some scoring.
Facts.
And both defenses.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Mike Williams, he's a definite starter with that. What was the other 2 names you said?
You got Sterling Shepard, Marquise Brown.
Yeah, see, now with Sterling Shepard, that's what I was saying. Now with Kenny Golladay hobbled, Sterling Shepard's going to get a lot of attention. He's going to take those targets. So, definitely, that's a definitely good start right there as well. Now, who was the other one?
Cortland right? Sutton.
Yeah, Hollywood. I don't know why they expecting. I was expecting a big game out of this guy like this.
His cousin.
Gotta be. I mean, we got to temper our expectations on that offense altogether. So, I think that's going to be a, very low scoring game. A lot of runs being done.
Okay, and the last sit 'em, if y'all agree, Corey Davis with the Jets, Jalen Waddle with Miami, Odell Beckham with Cleveland, or Henry Ruggs III with Vegas.
You got to take OBJ off of there. Odell Beckham, you got to take him off that set. You got to start putting your lineup. He's a week, he's a week 3 flyer. Like you got a filler, however it goes, but you got to put him in your lineup, and you got to, and expect good things from him because they're going to give him the ball. I think what the issue was with him in Cleveland is that Baker Mayfield forced him the ball. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what they were afraid of, putting him back in that lineup prematurely. So now they don't have a chance, they don't have an option but to play him. So, now it's back to Baker Mayfield looking for him to get the ball. He's going to be forcing the ball to him. And now Odell Beckham playing with a chip on his shoulder. So I think he's going to be a good play this week.
Odell! But
You weren't supposed to hear that.
Odell's the easy pick. You know what I'm saying? Odell is the easy pick. You got to make that list again. But Odell's definitely not on that list.
So you got Ruggs, Beckham, Waddle, and Davis.
I'm gonna go Henry Ruggs.
Okay. So you think he found himself finally? He showed up last week finally.
Yeah, they got to keep that going. I mean, that kid right there. I mean, you talk about all these receivers that came from Alabama. Obviously he's a guy that didn't really have a good first year, but I feel like he has that potential. He goes about it the right way. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's a diva-ish receiver, but from what I've been seeing, he's just a guy that goes out there and plays hard. And guys like that deserve, opportunities. And I mean, Derek Carr, if him and Derek Carr can find some way to connect continuously over the season, that's not a bad tandem. If Waller is for somewhat not having a good game, and also Renfro, they have a bunch of weapons over there in Las Vegas too. But Ruggs can be the start of that, you know what I'm saying, just by get some connection IQ with his quarterback.
Off of that list, I'm gonna say one thing. Definitely, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I don't want to say Waller because Fuller's coming back. And I've had Fuller in past leagues, and that guy's a straight stud. So, but if I got to pull someone off of there, like I'll pull Waddle because Jacoby Brissett can throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? There was times where people was wanting Jacoby Brissett to be the starting quarterback out there in Indianapolis. So can he lead this team to score touchdowns? Yes. So I think I'll pull Waddle off of that list if I got to just go out on a limb.
Oh. Yeah. Everybody, man. You're better today. Put your bets in too. It's a lot of good underdogs to choose from. Who y'all thinking who's y'all underdog of the day today?
For game wise or
game wise.
Well, I gotta go look at the game.
I'm gonna say the Chargers.
You gonna say the Chargers? Okay, so I got
Chargers
man. So Chargers, it's a 7. I mean, they laying 7 down. So I mean, like I said, in a game like that, definitely can come down to one possession. But yeah, I would take the Chargers as well. I'll take that spread money. I don't know the Chiefs.
I'm gonna take the Rams over the Bucks.
That's my pick of the day too, man.
Okay.
I've been seeing that. Interesting stat to know though, when Tom Brady beats Matt Stafford in a regular season game, he ends up in the Super Bowl. That's a statistic. That's a statistic. So
That's
today,
wild, man.
everybody that don't want to go to the Super Bowl, you would bet the Rams because that's what we need. We don't need to see Tom Brady. Well, I don't want to see him in another Super Bowl ever again in my life. That's just my personal opinion. But it's gonna be a good one today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
Vikings, I like the Vikings over the Seahawks.
Okay.
I like the Vikings over the Seahawks. The Seahawks to me are a team that they're good, but maybe it's just the way they play. Everybody's still in the game. It's never over.
You can't expect Russ to lose 2 weeks in a game, man. Like, I mean, 2 weeks in a row. Great players don't do that. Great players bounce back.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing too, and that's the crazy thing. Why I'm thinking to myself, like, why am I taking the Vikings? Because you don't see Russell do that. But if you look at the games, how much blame are you putting on Russell for those losses? You know what I'm saying? He's not doing nothing to lose those games.
Pete Carroll said it the most, but he came out there and blamed Russell in his post-game interview.
That's what I'm saying. So ultimately, there's going to come a game, and we know Russell's a good QB, where it's going to fall on Russell Wilson. I don't know when that game's going to be, but today against the Vikings are kind of like the Seahawks in a stance. Not in terms of pedigree, but the way they play football games. 1 week they're good. 1 week they can blow leads. It's a toss-up here, but I'm going to take the Vikings at the crib.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to take the Vikings at the crib today.
We're going to see how that pans out.
Madison's going to have a good game today. And then Dalvin Cook, like I said in the regular season, offseason, I said, watch out for Dalvin Cook getting hurt. Watch out for Christian McCaffrey getting hurt. I told y'all why I was not taking these guys as number 1 draft picks. I told y'all this. But nobody wanted to listen. Everybody wanted to pick Christian McCaffrey and Dalvin Cook. But guess what?
That is true.
Chubba and Madison time.
We gonna see. So, when we get ready to end this show, man, y'all definitely, if y'all got any more last second questions, type them in the chat. But it's time to set your lineups. So we got a little bit over an hour left before the 12 o'clock game. But yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man, absolutely, man. Shout out. Man. I was happy to be able to make it. Great to be here. Great to feel this Sunday preheat. You know what I'm saying? Good thing for my Cowboys. We could chill out today, watch the rest of y'all sucky behind teams play, and y'all can watch for the best of, TV tomorrow. Monday night when y'all ain't got nothing to watch, you don't want to watch your Monday night wrestling and all that and your Wheel of Fortune, you can watch the Cowboys.
Hey, I'll be front seat. I'll be front seat to see y'all lose.
Beat down. Oh, we beating these guys down tomorrow. We win by at least 12.
That sound good.
Tell me why they ain't. We played a
good.
Yes, sir.
We had a good defensive game last week. This is going to be a good overall game from all 3 stages next week. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys return the punt and kick to the crib tomorrow. That's how I feel.
Man, which one was in your coffee this morning, man? Like, you need to send me some of that.
Jerry Jones is in my cup today. Jerry Jones Patron.
Oh, man.
That Z Crunch.
Oh, man.
Word, man.
All right, man. I guess no more questions, man. Like, we got any shout-outs?
Yes, we got an unfortunate shout out to everybody that been supporting the Austin Noir show for a while. The group, unfortunately, I believe this morning, I don't know if Facebook took our group down. I don't know the instincts of it. Trying to get an intake with Facebook on it right now. I think if Facebook did do that, I think there's a valid reason for them to do it. Doesn't have nothing to do with me though, but just something down the line that we'll regroup ourselves soon. I ain't really worried about it. I'm just mad that it happened on a Sunday, and that's why my delay was needed for this morning. So yeah, something that just came out the blue. But I think it was intel to the UFC fight last night. Somebody had it live on the page, and I think that's what sparked it. I'm not too sure though. So they didn't get notified about it. So shout out to all you guys, and shout out to everybody showing love, man. Sports Talk with Friends, man. Keep the chain and run the numbers up for all your sports talk, all your sports debates.
You got that's like doing announcements after you did the sick and shut and doing church, man. It's like, sheesh, I'm nervous, man.
Right. I'm saying here, so be careful for everybody. Be careful for people, streaming stuff on your pages and all that. especially with, COVID's never going to be over, but it feels like the government's kind of like trying to linger down on a lot of things they wasn't during the COVID. They was kind of let everybody go freely. So just be careful and things like that for everybody that has pages, groups, and all. It may not be the admins on the top of the group. It comes from the members that we provide with the platform every day. And, it may not be in there wrong taken, but, you just got to kind of be careful with what you post and stuff. That's all.
No doubt.
All right, well, that concludes our sick and shut-in.
Oh, what?
No, I said that concludes our sick and shut-in right there, man. You got me depressed on that one, man.
No, it's not even all that, man. But, it's just that, it kind of gives a good shout out to us, too, you know what I'm saying? Because even in a down like that, you look at what you've done, you know what I'm saying? And I've done, and we've done a lot, So I could be down all day, but at the same time, nah, man. We here because what happens in sports? The first thing we're told when we play a sport is to always be upfront and competitive, no matter the circumstance. So we will always remain competitive. That's all we can do.
I understand.
All right. I like that. You know what I'm saying?
Go Cowboys!
Always in the cup. The cup just went empty. The cup just
leave that in there.
It's that Cowboys in the cup. It's that boss lady in the cup, dog. Y'all don't know about the boss lady in the cup, man. Shout out to the boss lady. You know what I'm saying? The boss lady's in the cup today. That means Cowboys beat down tomorrow. And I hope the Saints win today. I hope the Saints win today. Please, Saints, just pull it out. Jameis just drove more touchdowns than picks.
That ain't gonna happen, but all
not
hard. So you know what? I'm gonna give a shout out to all them crazy ass Saints fans and all these people, these fans that was telling me Jameis is the truth. Shout out to y'all, because y'all be the same ones that was like, oh, Kaepernick needs a job. Oh, all of this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all and y'all. Where y'all at now? But yeah, shout out to everybody watch the brand, the show, support the brand. Gotta love y'all. Gotta keep the shows interactive and fun, man. But hey, this is fantasy football season, so I'm ready to go set my lineup.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna do that. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I don't know about you, but this is the week I gotta make a move. This week gonna determine my season in a couple of leagues. So
man, it's coming down to twilight time, man.
I'd rather get blown out and take a close L though. In the big league, I don't took 2 close L's to the point I'm like, I think the first week I lost by a 1/10 of a percentage point.
Yes.
And then last week I lost by 4 or 5 points because he had somebody that played on Monday night. So yeah, got to rebound,
big
bro.
League.
Got to rebound.
Big league.
Got some quick news. These are rumors just treading in, so just take them as rumors. Don't take them as official things. The Steelers growing more concerned internally about Big Ben.
Yep.
See, I knew the Steelers ain't.
He got a pec injury, man. That's torn. Even if it's ain't on your throwing side.
Right, they can't be falling for that bull crap, man. Steelers better level up, man. They're good. They're too much of a good organization to let that man continue to keep bickering them.
Who's the backup there? Is it Haskins or Rudolph still?
No, it's Mason Rudolph.
Okay. I wouldn't know. I'd go slide in there and pick him up. That's a rhetorical question.
Yeah.
And Hopkins is good to go. DeAndre Hopkins will play today.
Hopkins might be a
decoy.
A Jameis / Jamarcus Russell. Gotta get in there and study, young buck. Gotta get in there and study.
But for some reason, I don't know. For some reason, people still buy his stuff on the market.
We shall see. But hey, fellas, that go set them lineups. Everybody else in. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for the OTSBS show. We're going to hit it hard. Make sure if you're in the group, chat it up today. Represent your squad. If you're not in the group, you get your butt up in there. With that being said, we appreciate y'all. Good luck to your team, unless you're the Eagles, because you suck. Other than that, peace.